Hi, it's Linda with CreativePLR.com, and today we're looking at Canva. Now, I've been using Canva for probably maybe 9 years. I used it for my educational resources to make Pinterest pins. I use social media pins of all type. I've used it for product covers, and I've even used it for videos. I made videos of what the resource looked like. And so, whether you're selling on Teachers Pay Teachers, like, I have and I still do, or you're selling on Etsy, like I do now, you can use a Canva for a variety of purposes. I really like one of the features in Canva is the personal branding for your Etsy shop and to make banners and different product ideas. But what happens is, if you've been using Canva for a long period of time like I have, when you log in, you're going to get to the home screen. So half of the screen is taken up with this big blue banner. And up here, you can get all of their, their menu items and help you do things, create a design. And if that weren't enough, what will you design today? It's giving you ideas, and then you might want to try these things. So this whole screen is taken up when you first log in with what ideas that you might want to create. And if you've been using it a long time, you scroll down and here are the designs you have created. And it goes on forever. I mean, I've been using it for a long time, and you can see their idea of recent and my idea of recent are two different things. I would say recent is in with the last couple of weeks, but this would include everything that I've ever done. Now, I've done a really good job. Doesn't look like it, but I've done a really good job of going through and organizing and revamping. And it doesn't look like it because I'm on the home screen. So once you start organizing, you won't want to stay on this home screen. It's overwhelming. When I do a blog post image and I have to start scrolling through it, now it's there right now because I just used it. But if I have to scroll through and it's been a couple weeks and I spend any time that I've saved in Canva by having templates, I've used that time just looking for things. So after you get organized, what you're going to do is you're going to use projects. Now, you're going to go, the minute you log in and you go to that home screen, you're going to click over and go to projects. And you can see all of it. Okay, every design that you've ever done. I have folders now. When you first start doing this, you won't have folders, but we're going to make folders. You can see every design. You can see every image. You can see every video. See, here's a lot of my images from Teachers Pay Teachers, because I actually made the images in Canva. Some of my Etsy images I actually made in PowerPoint, but here's a few things that I've made. I've made for the Etsy store, and that's for Etsy, that's for Etsy. So we want to get organized and use this so that we don't spend our time searching for things. Now, Canva has a great search bar up here, but I have some really bad habits. And one of my bad habits is I label things and I make copies of it, so now I've got copy in front of things. The other bad habit is I've got untitled designs everywhere. So I make a design and then I say, oh, this is great. I use it, and then, but I never go through and titled it. So one thing you want to do is start looking at the designs you've created, and you want to start looking at the types of things that you actually have, which may be very different from me. These bonus graphics, this really, and if you just linger there for a few minutes, it'll show you all the pages that are there. So this bonus graphic really is a sales page graphic. And so you could actually label that sales page graphic. Okay. So when I'm searching now and I look for sales page, then that would pop up and it would be easier to find. But unless you label things and you start renaming your files, and that is both the designs, which are Canva templates, and your images, you won't be able to find it in the search. Now this, I used this for a blog post, supplementary. Why'd I have to use a long word like supplementary? I left off the R. Should never use long words. Okay. Same goes through for images. Images, I'm really bad. Here's a screenshot I uploaded. And what I could actually get rid of this, but I might want to use Canva screenshot. So I might want to do that. So step one is to recognize what kind of files that you have. Okay, you may have different files from me. Maybe you don't have a blog post, so you wouldn't need a file for blog post images because you wouldn't have those. But you may have planners, you may have journals, you may have templates, you may have images, you may have product images that you want to keep safe. And I've got a lot of videos. Now, I didn't organize my videos yet, and you can see I have a whole lot of videos. So probably most of these videos I would organize and put in a folder for Teachers Pay Teachers product videos. Then I might have a file for Etsy product videos. And then, I don't know what else I might have. Maybe I would have a TikTok template or a Reels template. And all of that would be in my video file. So let's see, once you rename everything and you get everything where it's a searchable term, you're going to go and you're going to create folders. And so don't think you're going to do this. If you've got 9 or 10 years worth of Canva designs, you're going to probably do this in stages. The purchase folder it's going to always be there. You can't get rid of it. And I would avoid starring things, or it will be like that untitled design, or it will be the copy. Everything will be starred, and so you'll have everything sitting in a starred folder, and you'd be searching for it again. But you can create a folder. Now, I've created folders. I've got a temporary folder, and I'm going to just delete that. Okay, and I've got Pinterest templates. I've got TPT covers. So I've got my branding. So I've got my folders, and so let's look at my templates. No, let's not. I've got a master copies. That's where I put things that I purchased from other sellers. For instance, PLR that I purchased from other sellers. I put it in my master copy, and then if I want to make a copy of it, I go in there, I make a copy, then I move it to a planner or a journal or whatever it is, an ebook. Okay, so whatever you have, you want to create a folder, and it's just as easy as this. You go up to this little plus sign, and you click on it, and you say folder. And let's create a folder that says, I'm going to put temporary again, since I just deleted that one. Temporary idea. Okay. And you'll see now that my temporary idea is there, but there's nothing in it. So I can go to my designs, and then I could say like, let's see, this rose blush, that was a website thing. I'm going to put that in my temporary idea in case I want, and you're going to click move to folder, and then it's going to ask you all your folder, and then you're just going to click one. Okay, click on move to folder, and it's there. You still have it in designs. You could put it in several folders if you want. Defeats the purpose of organizing, but it's possible that I could have this in my temporary folder, and I could have it in my website folder at the same time. I could have some of these in my blog post, but this is also a Pinterest pin, so I would have those in 2 places. So you're going to go through and you're going to create folders that describes the type of designs that you have. Same thing with your images. Now, one thing that you want to do is when you upload images, for instance, I made a planner in PowerPoint, and this is my happiness planner. If you made a planner in PowerPoint and you created images, a file folder full of images, and then you want to upload it so you can create either a sales page or you can display them in some way, and you want to have them available. They come in as slide 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth, and it's not very descriptive. So one thing you want to decide is maybe you're going to keep the cover of the planner and 1 or 2 sample pages, but you may not need all of these images. So you might want to keep a few so you can make a sales page or a product cover from, but the rest of them you can just delete. And so I could go through and I could just say, yeah, move that to trash. And the minute I do that, I go, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put that one in the trash. But trash is saved for 30 days. So if you make a mistake, you can go back and get it. Okay. And so I would just relabel all of these. This is the boho petals planner, and that was the cover. And then you can decide how many of these images you want. Sometimes I save images because, well, I really liked the color on that. I really liked how that was laid out, and I want that for a visual inspiration. And that's okay too. You may want to make a folder for visual inspiration. Some of these images I did save. I didn't want to get rid of them. Obviously Halloween and fall, and I used these to actually decorate other images that I was doing. For instance, a Pinterest pin. I was doing one thing with the Pinterest pin, and then I added a pumpkin to it and a few leaves. Or maybe you're making a sales page with a planner, and you just do this for decoration. Just as you would use maybe a Canva element for decoration, you can use these as well. And then you could put them in planners as well. So I have lots of these, but I would sort these by fall images. Here's Halloween images. These are Halloween stickers. So I would put those all in one file. Some of these I just don't need. Here's a paper. Now, sometimes when I'm doing a background on a planner, I like having paper in there so I can stick some paper in. Or maybe I'm making a to-do list and I want a background color. So I do keep a little bit of my paper there, and I do keep my, these would be product images that I would move. This is a product image. This was just something I bought, PLR. So you can rename those as you want. If you're going to save these in an image file, like my fall flowers, I wouldn't bother to rename them. I would just stick them in, say, fall images. This is a copy of a digital planner. I can get rid of that. So be a little ruthless in getting rid of things that you're never going to use again. And my videos, I haven't done anything with my videos. I've just left them as they are. Most of them are for my TPT store, so that works. And I just have a few that I'd pull out to put in my Etsy store, so that would make that easy to organize. So once you get an idea of what you have, you've renamed, you've retitled, you've organized it that way, you've gotten rid of things that you don't want, then you can start making folders. And you can make folders for, you can have as many or as few folders as you like. One thing I would like to mention is you can also have folders within folders. For instance, and this is the one, this is one that I would highly recommend doing this. So if you either buy or you get in bundles, or maybe even freebies, a lot of PLR templates. So you would create a PLR template or PLR Canva folder, and within that folder you're going to create subfolders. And so you're going to add a new folder, and maybe you're going to say, I've got a planner one, maybe I'm going to say a meal planner. Okay, and so maybe I'll wind up having meal planners, or maybe I've got, and I know I've got a lot of these because I'm still working, ebook. So I've got several different designs of ebooks. I'm going to go through and I'm going to put them in that ebook. So when I want to make an ebook, I know it's over there, but it's within the PLR different folder. Okay, so you can have folders within folders to get yourself organized. Now, you might also want to organize that by seller. If you buy, I've bought a lot of Canva templates from April Amar, and I've gotten templates in bundles from different sources. Empowered Business, I think Empowered Business, I think is one. Academy, maybe, I can't remember right now. So you can just organize that by seller so you know who it is, or if you already know who it is, just organize by what it is to make it easier for you. I hope this was helpful, and you're going to get your Canva account all organized so you can find things instead of spending your time looking for things. You can spend your time designing great things. Until